Worried about letting someone else pick out the perfect avocado for your perfect impress them on the third date guacamole? Well, good thing Instacart shoppers are as picky as you are. They find ripe avocados like it's their guac on the line. They are milk expiration date detectives. They bag eggs like the 12 precious pieces of cargo they are. So let Instacart shoppers overthink your groceries so that you can overthink what you'll wear on that third date. Download the Instacart app to get free delivery on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, goal,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Have you ever covered a carpet stain with a rug? Ignored a leaky faucet? Pretended your half-painted living room is supposed to look that way? Well, you're not alone. We've all got unfinished home projects. Whether it's a door that sticks, or a disorganized closet, or an AC unit that only works half the time. It all matters. You just haven't taken care of it yet. But there's an easier way. Just download the Thumbtack app. You can search for what you need done and find tons of highly rated pros right in your neighborhood. Check prices, reviews, and book a pro right on the spot. Plus, you'll know what to tackle next, because Thumbtack is the app that shows you what to do, who to hire, and when. Pull out your phone and in just a few taps, say goodbye to all those unfinished home projects and say hello to caring for your home the easier way. Download Thumbtack and start a project today.
The 85-86 season saw Experience challenged by the vibrancy of youth, like Xavier McDaniel, Seattle's unanimous all-rookie forward.
There you go, X. We want you to feel good when you come on this show. How you doing?
Okay.
So we're in the midst of the NBA playoffs, and it looks like the Knicks are going to make a strong run here. They're up 2-0 on the Indiana Pacers. Do you buy the New York Knicks?
I'll buy them for right now. I mean, they're up 2-0 with Game 3 to come, and they're playing very well. They're missing some key players, and they're playing well. So I don't think you can count them out. I think this series still got a long way to go because Indiana's at home for 2 games, and they play very well at home. So let's see how this Game 3 goes. If Indiana can win Game 3 and Game 4, I still think it's going to be a long series. So we just got to tune in and wait and see.
So, X, full disclosure, the Indiana Pacers are the team that I root for in the NBA, and I wanted to ask you about the Knicks because I really don't like the Knicks. And you played for the Knicks. Obviously, New York is in love with the Knicks. They're starved for Knicks' success. They want a championship. It's been a long time. Do other people like the Knicks? When you went on the road, were there a lot of Knicks fans that followed? Were there Knicks fans in those communities? Or do you feel like it's just kind of New York's team?
No, Knicks fans are everywhere. You know, they're everywhere. We would have fans in Indianapolis. Wherever we went, we would have Knicks fans. But, I mean, think about it. It's been 50 years, and they're starving for a championship. They came close a couple times, but never got over the hump. So, and the Garden is very, very loud. I just know when we played Detroit and Chicago, I'm like, dog, man, it wasn't even this loud when we were during the regular season. And it was just like really, really loud. And so I've been there. I know that we were close against Chicago. And they're really hungry for a team to win a championship. You know, you think about it, 50 years is a long time not to be able to win a championship, and New York being the Mecca, supposed to be the Mecca of basketball. That's a long time to go without winning a championship.
The X-Man, our guest, Xavier McDaniel, of course, one of the greatest shockers, if not the greatest shocker of all time, and a great NBA standout for many years. You spent 1 year with the Knicks, and that was a very good team coached by Pat Riley. You mentioned that the Chicago Bulls were in the midst of what they were doing at the time. But your team included Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason, the X-Man. That's like, are you serious? All of those guys on one team. Let's say we had a tag team match between Mason, Ewing, and your teammate was Oakley. McDaniel Oakley versus Mason and Ewing. Who would win that tag team encounter?
It'll probably be me and Oakley probably win it.
Yeah, you're going to take out Ewing. I mean, he's fine, but let's go.
Ewing was pretty tough, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, Pat's a tough guy. He ain't going to back down. But I'm not going to say someone going to whoop my tail, so I'm going to always pick me and whoever else.
So, tell us about that. I'm curious. Jeff kind of touched on it, but your season in New York, playing for Pat Riley, Jeff Van Gundy was an assistant coach on that team. We mentioned some of the stars, and then we didn't even mention John Starks, another physical tough guard, Gerald Wilkins. What was it like being on that team?
Man, it was a fun team. To be honest, man, when you're playing in the NBA, it's very rare you find some guy you really, really don't like. Even when you don't like him and you're getting ready to play against him, you become pretty good friends. So I thought we had a pretty good, close relationship. Me and Patrick were friends. When I met Patrick, with me and Aubrey, well, Aubrey already knew him, and we met him in the Pat Ave tryout, and then we had the same agent, Dayton Falk, so the relationship kind of built. And me and Oakley, we had our battles, and we always used to get into it. But when we got to New York, you come together, and now you're together. I've been adopted into their family, so we just went out and just played, man. Everybody got along. Greg Anthony and Mark Jackson were the distributors. They tried to keep everybody happy. So I think we got along fairly well. We all played cards together, Oak, myself, Patrick, Fox, Gerald, Wilkins. We all just kind of, and Mark Jackson, we all kind of played cards together and stuff. So I thought we had a really, really good group. It's just the fact that the stat side of business in the NBA back then, I got kind of left out on the cold with the contract.
Yeah. Well, one thing I wanted to mention before Jeff asked a question, on that team, Patrick Ewing started 82 games. Xavier McDaniel started 82 games. Gerald Wilkins started 82 games. Charles Oakley started 82 games. Mark Jackson started 81 games. That's unbelievable that all five of you guys basically were in the lineup you were in the lineup every night. The only night that Jackson didn't start, Greg Anthony got his only start. But we couldn't even imagine that in today's game.
Well, I mean, they got this load management thing now where they're trying to say 82 games is too many games. I mean, you hear they want to talk about, you hear LeBron, well, I think we could cut it down to 60 games. Historically, the NBA's been always, I think he probably would want it to be down to 60 games because then nobody would ever break his record. But, if I'm able to play, I'm going to play. I mean, what job you go to and you play basketball and you get paid a lot of money for it. Even in my day, that's still a lot of money. This day is general wealth money now, generational wealth money. And so why wouldn't you want to play? That's my thing. Why wouldn't you want to play? I mean, you look, I think I played 82 games, I think 8 times. I didn't start missing games until I was with New Jersey. I think my first 10 years I only missed 17 games. So, and we practice a lot. These guys don't even practice. These guys don't even do tour days. We did tour days when I got in the NBA, and now I hear they only do one practice. So we did tour days, and we practice every day hard. So I don't know why they would want to be doing load management. I just think if you're able to play, you can play. You know, guys play with swollen ankles and swollen. I remember that year I had my surgery in '88, and I played how many games I played that year? 88, 89. I think I played 78 games, and I know I got my knee drained by at least 10 to 12 times. I get to the arena 4 hours before the game. They drain it, ice it all before the game, and then I go out and play. So I don't know. I think if you can play, you should play.
So you mentioned David Falk, and in the current NBA environment, big-time agents have a lot of pull, maybe even more than the general manager. They bring players together on the same team. They have a lot of influence, especially Rich Paul with LeBron. You had David Falk, you said, who was also Michael Jordan's agent. So what kind of influence did he have in basketball at that time, and what was it like being his client?
David was cool, man. I've never had an issue with David at all. He's always told me, I work for you guys and you don't work for me. So, but he did my contract and that was pretty much it. And we talk occasionally, if he hears something that comes up that might have happened, like with the Dale Ellis situation or potential trade, he would call me. But other than that, he might have had some more influence with Patrick or some other guys. But with me, I was just happy that I was playing in the NBA and I was able to make some money and I was able to provide for my family.
Talking with the X-Man, Xavier McDaniel, we talked a little bit about the East. Boston, I think, is still a pretty big favorite over there. But let's go to the West, and I want to ask you about the Timberwolves, Minnesota, and the fact that they went into Denver, the defending champion, and won the first 2 games of that series. And they look like they have the next superstar in Anthony Edwards. When you watch him play, what do you see, X?
I see a very athletic guy. Can jump really, really well. Can shoot really, really well. Handles the ball very, very well. Basically a complete player. And he's playing well. He's playing well at the right time because there's millions of people watching you right now. At the time where doing the 82 games, you may not have the same number of people watching just you. It's the 8 teams in each conference. I think it's 8. Yeah, 8. No, it's 16. What is it? It's 8. Yeah, it's 8 teams from each conference to make it. And basically, all eyes are on you on that particular game. You got more people watching you in the playoffs than you do during the regular season. And he's playing very great at the right time. And, after he do some things, he'll smile at you. So, he's a very exciting young player right now. Just hopefully that he can stay healthy over the course of time. That plays a big pivotal part in your career.
Does he remind you of anyone from your era? And I'm not talking about, or am I, Michael Jordan?
No. Think about it. They're not even the same size. I think he's about 6'5". Mike's about 6'4". He's way bigger. Look at him. He's big. He's a big guy, and I think it was either today or on my flight to Seattle for this appearance I'm doing. I read that he was a football player. And because I was wondering why he was kind of real stocky. So kind of say he's a very, very good athlete. I'm not going to compare him to Michael Jordan. I just think he's the best version of Anthony Edwards right now, and he's a very good player. I love watching him. I mean, now I'm during the season, I might have watched maybe 2 Minnesota Timberwolves games. But this playoffs got me really intrigued on what he's doing now and the way he's playing and how he is dismantling the Nuggets team. So, I mean, like I said, all eyes on him right now in the Minnesota Timberwolves.
All right, X, we always love having you on the show. Xavier McDaniel, 13 seasons in the NBA after a phenomenal career at Wichita State. X, thank you. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, goal,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
It's a great day to venture out in a spacious and capable Toyota SUV. Like the new RAV4. With available all-wheel drive, it can go just about anywhere. And with plenty of passenger and cargo space, you'll go from morning carpool to weekend road trip without missing a beat. Plus, with available features like wireless charging and a touchscreen interface, your Toyota RAV4 will keep you connected no matter where you're going. Or check out a spacious Highlander. With seating for up to 8, it's a hub for family adventure. You'll drive in comfort and style with available heated and ventilated seats and all the latest tech. And with available hybrid models, your new Highlander can save you tons on gas. Right now, your local Toyota dealer has more vehicles in stock and is making delivery on new vehicles almost every day. So don't wait. Buy a RAV4 or Highlander today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Baseball is back, and so is MLB.tv. Watch every out-of-market regular season game on your favorite streaming devices, anywhere, anytime, all season long. Follow the action live or on demand. Track 4 games at once with multi-view mode and catch up with in-game highlights. Plus, original programs, minor league broadcasts, and local pre- and post-game shows. Go to MLB.tv to start your free trial today. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.